Oh yeah, my caravel is being intercepted, and that was a galley. Ignore the galley, the caravel is more interesting here. Printing though, that helps get our diplomatic visibility up with everybody else, helps our units get more powerful, means our caravel has more chance to survive. Although actually, yeah, I'm gonna have to run this one to some sort of safety, but I think I can pinch some movement and kill this caravel with my promoted one. Yeah, look at that. Brilliant, run away. Ooh, another +5 campus finished. We're up to 199 science by turn 120. Yeah, this game is kicking off. It's brilliant. That is another campus finished there. 207 science now. Oh, and I can seize Imhotep, who can rush another couple of wonders through. So we've just picked up, of all of the early Graham Grudge engineers, 3 of them. That is not a bad little rush, that. Awesome. Another caravel appears, and we've got yet another kill on Carthage. My navy's beginning to grow now. It's looking pretty good. Now don't forget, all of my navy does move and heal at the same time, so there's no point actually, I just realized, keeping it by my land. I might as well sail it round and continue to attack with it, because it's going to heal every turn regardless of what I do with it. Now that I've got all the early game great engineers, I'm also going to get rid of invention. I no longer need that one, and I'm going to put natural philosophy back in. That's now worth 35 extra science per turn. Oh, that's something. 246. Wow. Excellent. I think I might be able to sacrifice not 1 but 2 of my apostles in the same turn. There is a cauldron, delightful, and then this one as well is a philosopher's stone. Oh, good combo. And then 1 action from my Inquisitor removes the heresy, and we continue as if nothing had happened. 1 caravel kill there. I can move my unit up and get a second kill on this one. Oh yes. Carthage are like, where did Rome build this entire navy? And I'm like, gonna land some troops on Carthage. I believe I can also send 2 envoys to Cinquetti, which is this lovely city-state on Sicily, and I think this is going to give me more faith for my trade routes. Oh yes, quite a lot more faith from my trade routes. In fact, actually, that's given me extra faith from all of my holy sites as well, so that's pretty cool. Let's put another one into Nazca and have a look at my trade routes. Each one is giving me 12 faith. Oh yes. Well then, my capital might treat you to another trader. World Congress means we're no longer building things twice as quickly, but that's fine. I'd rather get culture bombs, and I'd love it if India's religion was stronger. Okay, this is fiendish, but if we make their religion stronger, then I can sacrifice my apostles quicker. I don't know if this will work, because I only had 2 votes on that. It did. It did. Oh my goodness, my apostles are now just running into the slaughter room. Look at this. Yes. Yes. Oh, 72 lost in one go. That is just beautiful. It is a vicious strategy, this one, but one I am enjoying a lot. And actually, look, I can get a musket kill, which gives me square rigging. Oh, everything's going up. Everything is coming together, Millhouse. This is brilliant. Now, I could be getting insane gold and science trade routes, but I would rather, for me, send them to my own cities and get the extra food into my capital. Don't forget, Rome is the population. I've got housing up to 25 at the moment. I really want to make use of that, make sure Pingala is absolutely loving life. I can get the diplomatic quarter in as well. That would make spies worse at targeting my central district. I think that's going to help a lot. Yeah, my navy's now running riot as well. We are keeping ourselves safe in my own Italian waters here. Things are looking a lot healthier than they did just a short amount of time ago. And what I can do is start selling some resources again for a bit more cash up front, if anyone's got that for me. Yep, look, Georgia's got my back. So is Australia. Perfect. That means I can now go to Rome and say, please give me a shipyard. Bam. Everything's looking better now. Tooth of the Prophet, another relic. We're up to 300 tourism now. I mean, there's no way I'm going to win a cultural victory. We don't have monopolies mode turned on, so we're not getting the benefit. And I think I've mentioned this on a few games before. Civ is normally capped out at 20 players, and the way I get these huge 50-player games to fire off is with a mod called Yet Not Another Map Pack. It's a really, really good one. The only problem with it is that when it works out culture victories, anybody that starts in the 21st to 50th slot of civilizations, they don't give you tourism, and it's really like a random collection as to who gives you. Like Shaka, I'm giving, do you see it says lifetime tourism of 7738, but then I go to, say, Japan at the top and it says 0, so I'm not getting any tourism from Japan even though I've met them. So yeah, culture victories, very difficult to get. India will give me 32 gold per turn for a research alliance. Bless them. Oh, yep, hello. Here's some more navy. Okay, Carthage has reinforcements. This is their main fleet, I think. I'm going to have to go and take it on. This is a quadrireme, which is now a frigate, and I've now got other boats. I'm just thinking, like, if I just move you over to here, they can heal as they move. I'm just going to clump them all together. Start to pull you back, move you in this direction. I'll move this caravel in front, like so. I think that's going to keep me mostly safe. Yeah, should be good. I'm also rushing Venetian arsenal. I've got a couple of engineers like Imhotep. There's no ancient or classical era wonders left, so I'm using that. But if we can rush Venetian arsenal, that's double boats every time I build them. And there's industrialization. Yes, this is going to be such a big deal for me. Also, turn 125, I'm already on 300 science. I've got 500 faith per turn. That's giving me 100 science, 100 culture, 100 gold. Oh yeah. Typical Persia, I've met them and they're already unfriendly with me. They're not even bothering with their sort of vague veneer of neutrality. Dear oh dear. Venetian arsenal boosted through. 2 naval units each time I train 1. Very effective when you're building frigates and you only have 1 source of niter in your entire empire. But it also means I can get a lot of privateers, and privateers, well, those mean pillaging Carthaginian lands, and I like the sound of that. I'm no naval genius, but if this happens in a battle and you find yourself surrounded by this many troops, and I'm getting a +8, something's gone wrong with the Carthaginian tactics there. That was quite satisfying. Industrialization. I can get factories up now, including a coal power plant in Rome. But we're going to see how quickly we can do that. Oh, Forbidden City was built. I was building that in a second city. That's fine. There's some coal on this island. That's good. Some in this city. Excellent. I think there was a 3rd stack somewhere that I just missed. Well, actually, on this city as well. Okay, right. Wonderful. So we've got 3 potential sources of coal. That's awesome. Hey, that's really good. Sells for a lot as well. 100 gold per turn I'm getting in terms of the coal that I'm digging up from the ground. Nice. In fact, again, I can sell all of my open borders for like 4 gold per turn or 3 gold per turn. You know, I'm just going to generate about 500 gold just selling my open borders again. It really doesn't matter. Like, what are you going to gain by keeping people out? Might as well just get the gold for it. Means I can go immediately and give myself a factory in Rome, which means that privateer finishes quicker, but also we've got the ability to build factories in all my other cities for reduced amounts now, which is awesome. Let's build some harbours as well. I need more trade routes, more infrastructure. My faith's looking good, my science is looking good, but we can get everything better. Everything better. I'm also going to quickly evangelize my religion. I've been meaning to do this for a long time. What is still left? What buildings are still left? I could get pagodas. I could get mosques. Oh, mosques will actually help me to spread my religion. Or stupas for another immunity. This could get ridiculous. I could get +2 from my Pantheon, +1 from my Bath, and then +1 from Stupa. You know what? It's just too good. I like the stacking too much. It's too much fun. Let's do it. Let's just start building them everywhere. It says they're going to give 3 faith at the moment, but as soon as I start working on these city-states, that'll go really quickly. Again, it's all about stacking the boats up to get multiple attacks in on the weak units, but we are very rapidly destroying here. This is great stuff. Ooh, I left a boat and it almost got killed. That is incredible. 3 out of 100. Oh, now don't forget, your units heal based on the amount they would have healed if you left them alone that turn and they didn't move. So my caravels are no longer healing while they're in the middle of the ocean. They have to be in my land. So that is something to consider. A lot of people are now offering me peace, which is quite reassuring. I can start to remove some war weariness and start to remove some opponents from this match, but 30 gold per turn is quite a lot to ask for. Yes. Oh, we're getting some good combat bonuses, good combat results now. I'm leveling up my units. We've got the frigates going to join the party in a second. I've now got 2 privateers that are going to join the party. The Roman Navy, it's being built at a much faster rate than anything Carthage can knock out at the moment, and this is Very handy for me indeed. Oh, I can just insta-kill myself. That's what I want to see. Yes. Oh, brilliant. Robes of the Guru. Now, how many relics have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Plus my 2 heroic relics. That's pretty damn cool. Another evangelized belief. What can we do now? Now don't forget with Void Singers, if you get faith from a religion, unless it applies to a city directly, it doesn't get the Void Singer bonuses, so there's no point rushing for that. We have 14 cities, which means if I got church property, that would give me 42 gold per turn, which is pretty good. What I'm going to do instead, though, is go cross-cultural dialogue to really throw in on my science. This should be pretty neat. Yeah, that gave me 20.2 from beliefs. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. That's what we like to see. Ooh, I'm actually going to join in with this military emergency because it should reveal to me pretty much the entire map. Because normally, a bunch of people will join in and yeah, here we go. We discover all of the shared visibility from everyone at the same time. Or you could hear my computer groan. We've met Scotland. That's a good thing. That means we've joined in with quite a lot of the map. And the Congo, Arabia. I think Arabia actually have a star on this map. Ottomans, they do as well, as does Spain. Okay, so we've actually joined in with a reasonable host and oh yeah, okay, there we go. Look at the map now. So that is actually incredible. Whoa, look at this. Scotland are doing whatever Scotland does in Scotland and Northern Ireland, but the Congo actually owned the UK. Huh. So was there just no England start? Is that just a thing? Maybe England got killed immediately. Actually, that's a good point. You can see the Dutch were here, but Brazil used to be in this area as well and were conquered by the Zulu. Germany had been forced into a small pocket by China, who's next to Poland. Oh my goodness, which is next to the US, which is next to, oh, that's actually the Kemans, although they own basically Swedish and Norwegian territory. Actually, in fact, it's just Norwegian territory. Serbia is in the usual place. Mali is up in the north, even though there's desert below. I never know why the map does that. That's really weird. Georgia is kind of in the right place. Persia's having a good game. You can see Babylon is having a pretty decent game as well. Egypt have barely moved, which is slightly unfortunate. Carthage have done okay at expanding, but for such a settling civ, I'm kind of disappointed. Japan are tiny and boring. Kyoto has been taken over by Lisbon. Portugal are just incredible on this map. Spain are holding their own, but not really doing much, as there's no America to go and find. You've got Kupe, is sort of Vichy France sort of area. Not really, it's kind of moseying towards kind of the corner of France and Spain there. But yeah, Mapuche, it just shows you how well Ethiopia is doing in comparison to everyone else, and actually how well we're doing by having basically the whole center of the map. Wow, that is so cool. Well, good thing we found that, eh? Good thing we found all of that stuff. Let's B-rush flight now. Let's just say that was fun. Let's go for flight. Or what I'm hoping is that I've discovered a lot more luxuries now. Yay! Some sea luxuries we didn't have before. That's good. Goodbye, Barb encampment. Yay! Oh, and Carthage will barely get scratched. Okay, I can't make any dent at all against their Renaissance walls, which Carthage, actually these two cities have. These ones don't though. I could probably steal the Corsican city. Should we go and try and do that? So actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to see if I can use my caravel with a reinforced hull to just start pillaging their harbours. Let's get gluttonously fat on Carthaginian harbours. Oh, we made forcible peace with Ethiopia, by the way. That's quite funny. The emergencies will often cancel each other out a little bit. I'm going to just make peace with Kupe. Oh no, Kupe doesn't want peace. Out of everybody, Carthage does. I'm not going to give Carthage peace. And actually, I'm not going to give Greece peace either because I'm actually making dents on both of them. Let's get a coal power plant in Rome. Yeah, 86 production now. We can get that a lot higher, but it's a good start. Oh yeah, and the caravel barely took any damage at all. Let's just keep these around then and continue to just pillage everything. My privateers are just going to be a little bit careful. They're a little weak, but they can do some good pillaging around Carthage as well. Renaissance era has started, but we've already got power in the sky. And I believe this means we've taken the tech lead now. 36 techs versus 36. Yes, we are drawing with 3 people at the top. It's a good sign. A good sign of good things to come. So interestingly, nobody is in a dark age this era, but Poland is in a golden age. Remember that. Remember that indeed. Monumentality is still doing me well. I'm still settling pretty much everywhere at the moment, so that's a cool thing for me. I'd rather use my faith for as much stuff as I can for as long as I can. Come on, must be almost at, yeah, look at that. We just require one more population in order to make my capital, be able to put one more district down. Kind of what I'm waiting for here. Please let it happen. Splinter of the True Cross. We're still getting the relics. I was kind of, curious as to whether or not we had run out of relic capacity, but nope. Nope, we are still doing it. As long as we're still doing it, I'm just going to keep throwing my apostles into the mince grinder. Why would you not? At this point, it's just too much fun. Sorry, did I say fun? I meant, an important part of our cultural heritage. I didn't mean fun. No, not at all. Now, Greece has done this really lovely thing of leaving all of their cities totally unguarded on the coast whilst being at war with me. So, I'm doing what Rome does and just wandering in. Hope you don't mind that. I think Adwer is now pretty loyal. Oh yeah, that's so loyal. Go on, Moksha, off you pop. If anything, I have too many boats around here. They're not... I can't physically bring them all to war at the same time. I'm going to send some off to Carthage just because. Second city taken from Gorgo. Again, this is proving a lot more easy than I thought it would. In fact, actually, Moksha, you need to move across. Thank you! Yeah, so far this is proving to be a very, very effective little... just... I don't know, what would you call this? Sort of little naval exercise. It's time for Rome to do a thing. Diplomatic quarter. Yes, this is going to give me a whole bunch of extra diplomatic favour, as well as, hopefully, giving me a couple of buildings like the consulate, things that will start to give me more faith, more culture, more science as my envoys increase. I haven't really paid too much attention to getting a huge amount of envoys this game. Not really a big deal for me. I'm kind of just leaving it alone. I'm still somehow generating relics, which is just nuts. Oh, look at that! I almost got an instant kill there. That's a bit of a shame. As long as I'm doing that, I'm buying the apostles. The point of relic, well, they'll run out in a second. So once that happens, that'll be good, and I won't have to buy any more. But until that point, that's where my stuff is going. I'm building coal power as well to get my production up. My cities are generally now getting pretty swole. They're looking good. One thing I am aware of, though, is that I should have Liang in one of my cities. Now, every game I play, I keep thinking, get Liang in, because then when you get builders, they get +1 charge, and you've got Roman roads, so you can throw them across your empire. It's not a problem, and then I never do it. So there you go. This is my opportunity to try and do that, and actually play a decent governor game with my, lesser governors. I've pretty much now stopped building boats for a second, so I'm going to just switch to raid. This gives me 50% extra yields when I steal things, and steal things I shall. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh, all these harbours. Delicious. All this extra science. Delicious. How much was that? 200. That's like half a turn's worth. That's pretty decent. Grapevine Cross. Delicious. Oh, we're still getting them. We're still getting these relics. Oh yeah. Colonialism has given me colonial taxes, a very good card for later on into the game, and I'm just going to pick up water parks, something that Rome will enjoy very much. But there is the diplomatic quarter, and again, my gold is being saved to basically make sure that Rome is doing well. Look at that! I've got +7 favour per turn from embassies and +6 from delegations. That's +13 just from having that building. I should have bought that a little while ago, but I really wanted it in my capital. You can't blame me, really. Auckland appeared. Oh, Auckland is in the game. Auckland is in the game. I would love Auckland. Oh man, I'd also love it if the Ottomans weren't at war with me. Can we just chill out on that front, please? Thank you so much. By the way, all of my trade deals at the moment, if I can get upfront gold, I'm taking it, because I just don't trust the AI to be giving me the gold per turn if I were to go to war and an emergency's thrown. But I mean, at the moment, my economy's good enough and I'm reading enough that I'm not overly worried about what's happening. But if you see me doing that a lot, it's just a very particular game, and I'm thinking, yeah, I don't trust the AI here. Don't trust them at all. Actually, I am going to start fleeting my navy up a little bit by putting promoted units with unpromoted ones where I can. It'll help just to lower the cost of my army, as well as making it just a little more maneuverable. Won't do it with all my units, but I have enough here that kind of makes sense. Can I kill myself on that unit? Yes, I can. I'm still getting relics. Still getting relics. Oh, actually, Oh, I need to slow down a bit. I am failing to get rid of the religion now. Have to buy a couple more Inquisitors and send them over. Oh, military engineer. Come on, India. You know you want to build a railroad for me. Just feel like India gets it, you know? They get it. They get the wonders of the railroads. Also, oh yeah, I'm just stealing so much stuff. I need more privateers. Privateers are actually a really, really handy addition for me in this game. We have flight. That means we can put aerodromes down now. I don't plan on really building these out, so I might just buy them with gold. And I think I need quite a lot of population. Yeah, look at that. Rome needs to get to population 19 before I can build that in the capital. So we'll hold off for a bit, but I am going to just go towards radio. We'll go steam power radio. I want to see what my aluminium situation's like and how many planes I can reliably get into the sky. Look at that, +8 campus. Yes, please. Thank you so much. Oh, this map is so good. I love it. Oh, these caravels are a lot stronger now. I'm actually doing a bit of damage to Carthage. I might be able to steal their island cities and lead them kind of on the African mainland. Not a bad result for me. I do need more frigates though, and I need more niter. More niter generally would be a very handy addition because I can't really build anything right now. There we go. Imperial Cult. It's back. That's good. That's good news. It means we can actually start to get more apostles now. In fact, we can buy 2 of them this turn. Still doing this. As long as my relics are not drying up, we are laughing. 35 turns, by the way, until we can get Kentacle and we can start getting even more relics. Relics of the Void this time. That'll be brilliant. Even more faith. We're up to 652 faith per turn. This is weird. Like for a Rome game, we are just relaxing at the moment. It's just very chill. Footprint of the Apostle, another one done. Excellent. They haven't run out yet. I'm going to boost towards radio, still pillaging. I mean, it's great that Carthage leave all of their campuses on the coast. Like, thank you so much for that. Very handy. And I go 1 frigate on bombardment, 1 frigate on line of battle, and then we will combine them next turn and they'll be double promoted. Don't mind me whilst I put this city in. Lovely. Okay, I mean, it's going to be a little bit of a difficult keep for now, but I think when the immunities are rolling through, it should be a happy city and we should be able to love it. Goodness me, I've got so much diplomatic favour coming in per turn. My economy is now booming. This is the sort of coming into Renaissance and industrial era, just crazy acceleration of the game that we all know and love. It's beautiful. So I'm going to attack with the bombardment frigate and then core with the non-bombardment frigate. But this is, oh yeah, that's so much more powerful. Lovely stuff. Great engineer that does culture bombs. No. I'll let someone else get that. Oh, and Da Vinci though. There we go. Workshops provide culture. He was way better. And I can rush more wonders with Filippo as well. Have I stolen the mausoleum? I think it's in Sparta, isn't it? So we've almost stolen the mausoleum. Not quite. Won't take long for us to do that though, so we'll kind of hold out for that one. Ravenna. Oh, these trade routes are giving me 15 faith now. That is pretty crazy. And I can just steal Auckland now by putting all 5 in. That'll become 6, and that'll convert this city-state away, give me 2 era score, and suddenly all of my ocean tiles give more production because I'm already in the industrial era on tech. That could not have gone better for me. That's awesome. And radio boosted with Da Vinci. Yes. Oh, what a combination. That went well for me. That was pretty cool. The Book of Thoth. How many relics are we on now? 20 relics. I honestly thought there was 16 max. So this is working better for me than I thought it would. 500 culture per turn, tourism per turn, by the way. 500. There's nowhere near getting a tourism victory, but that's a crazy number. Oh, I can just instantly slam kill my apostles. Bones of the Magi, they're still coming. They're still coming. Nothing's changing. Imperial Cult is still just slaughtering its own apostles. That is just brutal. Absolutely brutal. Also, every time I coastal raid, I get more faith, which is pretty cool as well. So the more I do that, the more apostles that I can build. Where's this privateer going to go? Finding somewhere that I can kill. Well, Liang's already done as well, which is good. So I can start getting builders in that city, which I might do quickly. These are 6 charge builders. Yum. Let's just go and improve everything. Right, now I've got natural philosophy. That means I can build aquariums, zoos, water parks. These are all very useful things. We're now going to go to civil engineering and beeline to ideology, and then we can pick a government. There's going to be a bit of a choice actually between what is the most effective governments that I could pick. I'm going to have to build an aerodrome somewhere actually thinking about it, so this is probably the city for that. Just going to go and delete that marsh tile, get the population first, and then we can move on. That frigate is a lot more powerful now. Good, walls are down in this city, so I'm going to just leave a small caravel fleet and we're going to go for Sidon next. The trick here is going to be, if we can take both of these cities out at the same time, I should be able to take the loyalty needed to keep them, I hope. Especially if I have Victor on hand ready to rock as well. Oh, we didn't find aluminium. Let's have a look and see how much of this we have. There's 22 results on the map. I'm hoping we should have some. But looking at it, I didn't get an announcement to say that I did have it, so this could be a bit of a problem. Yeah, okay. I think what we're going to have to do is go and settle for some. There's some in Africa, and that might be my only shot. There's some in Kupe's land adjacent to myself. There's a little bit in Greece. Some across the sea. I think whatever way we go about this, in order to get the aluminium, we're going to have to fight for it. So let's think about this logically. I think Greece is by far the most likely for me to pick this up. There's one island that's got some. Oh, that's tough. Or I guess we could go and settle on this aluminium, but the loyalty penalty of going down there is extreme. So that will be tough as well. Oh dear. Maybe we just have to take this city from Kupe and take this aluminium. I think that is in Kapiti, it is. So what we could do, actually thinking about this, is we could start to buy some trebuchets with faith. I can pick myself up an observation balloon and then we can just chuck over the top. That is an idea. It is a Renaissance War city, which isn't great, but trebuchets are tough-ish. So maybe we'll be able to do this. I've also got myself my great general still down here, which is benefiting from this. Okay, yeah, you know what? That's what we're going to do. We're going to start to do that. See if we can steal this aluminium. I thought staying at war with Kupe would lead to something here, and so it has transpired. Also, my military emergency is also a success. We keep Adwa, which means going forward, I get +2 combat strength on all my city strikes against member units. It's such a small thing. Oh, considering all the death that's happened, like, honestly, was it worth it? No one's really sure. It's the +4 era score, which is the best thing. And, oh dear, that's a bad blizzard. Where's that headed? Southeast. That's not a good direction. That's towards me. No! Yep, Ethiopia know exactly what I'm doing because they are now just leaving a pike and shot right on the tile I was going to stand on, which is the most frustrating thing, but never mind. Over the top. Bam. That's not a bad trebuchet hit, actually. I'll take that. And actually, I could just stand here instead. There you go. I know it's in their land, but I mean, honestly, what are you going to do? Come get me. My first ironclad fleet. I built one over in Greece because I need a battering ram to hit Argos, and that is quite the battering ram. It's not a bad result for me at all, that. From this point on in the game, because my economy is doing so well, I'm actually going to start saving up diplomatic favour. I'm building a lot of Renaissance walls now. That's going to counteract a lot of the effects of me doing a lot of this war. But what I want to do is make sure that if a military emergency pops up, I can vote it down. Just don't like having to deal with this stuff all of the time. I'm just going to make peace with the Zulu. Now, I'm supposed to be in a military emergency against them at this point, but I'd rather just take the war weariness release. The more pieces that you declare, the more war weariness you disappear from your empire. You get like a nice chunk of it every time you make peace with somebody. But civil engineering means that we've got better builder ability, which is an amazing policy for us. I really want Republican legacy. That is something I do want to pick up quickly, but public works for now is fantastic because I'm building the infrastructure of my empire up, and that is really important as well. Look at that. 160 strength on that apostle. That's instant death for me. I'm still generating relics. How? How and why? Nobody knows, but I'm still doing it, so we're gonna continue doing the 750 faith now per turn. It's just, oh, it's just lovely. You love to see it. Suddenly Kupe has 81 strength in that city. What is going on? What are you doing? Oh, Sun Wukong is garrisoned there. Oh, well, okay, that's kind of makes sense, I guess. Never mind, we'll just ignore them. This is a good time to get my troops to sort of just move around and promote themselves a little bit. Let's get more trebuchets up. Hopefully they'll move on in a turn or two. A lot of the time they do, and that's fine. Yeah, that blizzard was as devastating as I feared it might be. Never mind, we'll go and try and repair up after ourselves quickly. That's brutal. I wonder, I might actually be able to put an aid request for it at some point. That would be handy. Oh, this ironclad is powerful. Yes, bam. Oh, Argos will fall soon. Soon. Argos is actually a very handy little sort of border city. I can use it as a canal to get through to the sort of northern Greek seas. This is lovely, and that aluminium is just such a target for me. That's why I'm pushing through with such force here. But most importantly, that is advanced flight. Now, aluminium, I'm pretty sure nobody in the game is going to have aluminium yet, no. Because I am still the tech leader, I believe. 42 techs versus 39. We're actually pulling away slowly now. And I've reached the top of the score. Me and Ethiopia are battling at the top. Oh, there is Sun Wukong. I knew they'd appear at some point, which is a bit frustrating. Wow, they're tough. Actually, what I might do is I might just summon Beowulf next turn, and then I can just kill Sun Wukong. 68 strength. Yeah, Beowulf will be able to challenge and kill them in one go. Ho ho ho. That's a tactic. That's better. We're now doing decent damage against the city. Yay! Okay, this line in the tree is going to have a tough job trying to keep off a hero, so I might pull back a little bit, which might lose a trebuchet, but we're not far off getting actual bombers into our empire now, so I'm not too worried about this. And as mentioned, Beowulf will come out next turn to make this all a lot better. Still stealing science from everywhere we can. Yay! Pillaging! It's fun! It's fun and it has no consequences! Huzzah! That should be Argos taken now. Bam! And will I keep the city with rebellion? I mean, actually, yeah, that's looking pretty decent as well. Okay, Sun Wukong did attack my trebuchet. That's no fun. I'd prefer it if you didn't do that. I would very much prefer if you didn't do that, but I am luring them now onto the front line, which helps. That means Beowulf has a much better chance of attacking them. There's electricity. That means in Rome I can build myself a seaport. Yay! Now I can produce armadas. It saves a huge amount, absolutely huge amount of production when I do it like that. Oh, my diplomatic favour, up to 300 already. I'm looking forward to this. No military emergencies against Ursa. I refuse. I refuse to accept the international criticism of me and my empire. This is fine. Everything we're doing here is A-OK and above board. That's what you need to remember. Beowulf. And immediately teleport yourself to Adwa. Now hang on, if I just bring you to there and then there we go. Teleport, bam, Sun Wukong. Why don't you just stay at the front line? I think that's going to be a great place for you to wait. Absolutely fantastic place for you to wait. That's the walls almost gone, by the way, from that city. Ho 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 ho. This is working. This is working. Now I have electricity. I've got a choice. Either I can go for nuclear submarines and get myself a range strength 95 fleet unit that doesn't require any strategic resources. That would make me a naval powerhouse immediately. Or I focus on going for battleships and for better... I mean, actually, I'm just saying it. Telecommunications, it's the perfect rush. I can upgrade my privateers immediately. So, Rome is currently building a spy, but it doesn't need to do that. I should be building privateers now, privateer fleets. Let's get as many done as we can, and we can just do a nuclear submarine rush. Another relic? No more relics. No more relics. Okay, we've hit the point. We've hit the point of no return. We don't want any more apostles. So now my faith, 764 faith. We are free to use that on training units, on building settlers, on doing everything, quite literally the Lord's work in our empire. I'm looking forward to that. We've been needing to use it for some time, and this is going to be brilliant. Urbanization gives me neighborhood. Yes, that's a good card. And military research will start to give us a little bit more science later into the game. Public works. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave public works for a little bit, just because we're now in a place where I can start to actually flood my empire with builders. 6 charge builders. I'm going to buy them all from Anzo. I don't need to worry about anything else. It looks like India are going to leave me alone religiously, as long as I leave them alone, which I will take. We will watch that one. I don't want them spreading their stuff to me if I can help it. Looks like they're trying to spread to Carthage, which ultimately it's not a bad thing for me. I would rather Carthage were a different religion, because then I can use certain cards to make myself a little bit more powerful, so that's not a bad idea actually. Benito, stay in Rome. I'm going to have 1 spy in Rome, keeping Pingala safe. Yeah, perfect. This city is broken. And Beowulf, I'm just going to get to charge to the front, and we can start to challenge units to death. There's some Wukong. I'm going to lure them out. If I can steal them, that's great. But what I will do is just at the front line, get a build up, and then we can run to this aluminium quickly and pick it up and use my saved gold. I've got 5,600 gold ready to rock. Get that first piece of aluminium in. Oh, yes. That is lovely. Let me just quickly take this city, and I think I can probably liberate it. Yeah, 100 diplomacy and a reduction in war weariness and grievances. Not a bad little combo. I was never going to hold on to that city, and look, Australia loves that. Yeah, you do. Roman Empire's not all bad. I'm just anti-Greek. That's not a very nice position, I guess, but that's kind of the truth of it. Oh, apparently they're just going to start killing all of my units in my own borders. I don't approve of that at all. No, 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 no. Who is that? Ethiopia. Oh, I guess I haven't asked Ethiopia explicitly to not do that, but I mean, I guess the time is nigh to actually make some probably battling apostles. That could be fun. There was a bit of a choice in this game, by the way, for governments, and I went Monarchy over Theocracy because although the extra faith purchasing power is really, really handy, I didn't want the +5 combat strength on theological combat. I wanted my apostles to die. And the extra diplomacy favour, that's really good for Monarchy, but also the influence points, the extra military policy slot compared to the wildcard. I mean, it's a really good government, and I just think overall it's just a better all-round choice for me. Look at all these Renaissance walls about to appear. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with my choice. I'm also going to start building seaside resorts because I want the extra gold income. For me, in my little sort of like random cities, I think that's a better use of my time. Okay, that city is now dead, and like so. Wabam, opera and ballet boosted. It's going to rebel in 3 turns? Oh dear. Well, that's not very fun. I'll put Moksha over just to hopefully speed it up a little bit, and I'll pick up an Inquisitor to try and just give it a little bit more comfort from the fact that I'm following my own religion again. That's quite nice. We can start to hit these units. I actually don't mind going to peace with Kupe now, so hopefully they won't steal that back. The aluminium source, as I mentioned before, is the most important thing for me there, and there we go. There is the aluminium source. Now I can start picking up bombers next turn. With those bombers, I'm going to sweep up Greece, we're going to sweep up Carthage, my 2 traditional ancient enemies of Rome, and then we can start thinking about recreating the Roman Empire. Oh, that's a relic! Yay! There are still relics in the game. I know it's 800 gold, but honestly, that's worth it. That is good to me. Yeah, this is the time to actually start fleshing out my religion a little bit. There's a couple of like shrines and temples that I can build as well, just to beef myself up a little bit. I don't really, actually, to be fair, I want to save off doing too much with my faith, but these Inquisitors, these are powerful, they're tough. I might actually, yeah, oh, maybe I'll switch my government soon. I don't know. I'm kind of saving for a tier 3, really, but I do need a bit of combat strength against the enemy because they are starting to produce quite a few religious units everywhere, and I don't like that at all. There's another significant blizzard in the same city. What is going on there? Oh boy, that is actually, no, it's a little further down. Which direction is this one going? Northwest. Okay, that's much better. We don't mind that. That's the correct direction. So 2 aluminium coming out now. I'm just boosting conservation because this will give me improved aluminium, which I really like. But I'm going to go for hangar. We're going to go for airport. There's a bit of era score there. I'm going to sell everything that my mitts can get hold of. And I'm going to start putting bombers in the air. Huzzah! First plane in the game, 720 AD. Rome doing it properly. I'm going to fly you directly over to attack Sparta. It's hidden by mountains. It's a little bit tricky to get to. It's definitely the place to go. So, Sidon can be taken, as can Ziz in one go. Dido's on a normal age. This is the time to strike, so strike we shall. 1 attacker, 2 attacker, and followed up by 3 attacker. Now, as I say, holding on to these cities might be a bit tricky. Sidon's happy. Ziz is happy. Unbelievably, that's crazy. Okay, well, there we go. I'll take that. That's cool. Oh, and they've settled this city for me as well to get me the aluminium. That's so kind. Oh, bless you. You didn't need to do that. You really didn't, but I'll take it because that's an extra 3 bombers I can put into the air. The difference between 3 and 6 bombers. Oh yeah, it's a big difference. We're up to 467 science per turn, by the way, which is pretty neat, I think. Beowulf is still charging people left, right, and centre. That was a very powerful cavalry unit, and it is now a very dead unit. My trebuchets are firing over the sea. I mean, of course they are. Like, why would you not? Whee! Whee! Actually, I think my Inquisitors can kill an Apostle, which is slightly surprising, but might help to spread my religion a bit. No, yeah, it's getting there. Getting there. I'm spending quite a bit of faith actually just shoring up my own religion in my own lands here, because this is actually trickier to hold on to than I thought it would be. Oh, yep, things are kind of on fire. Let's put those out quickly. How far can my bomber get this turn to there? Oh, 2 turns to transport them. Takes forever. Well, this city won't take long to capture. Bam. Oh yeah, a more reliable source of aluminium. That's going to be brilliant. We lost our aluminium city, which is a little bit problematic, but I think I should be able to get it back pretty quick. I saw it happening and I was like, right, I'm going to put my troops around in a position here in order to capture it quickly. Keep it. I really need to get the religion in. So can you do that as soon as possible? No, there's still these flippin' apostles stopping me from getting through, which is just the most annoying thing. I have got flood barriers though, so Rome is going to build one, and that means that everyone else should be able to build one pretty rapidly. And conservation, again, this is the chance to get more aluminium into my land. I don't need press gangs anymore. Resource management, in you get. Let's have some fun. Republican legacy in for a bit because I need the extra amenities and the extra housing. Yeah, there we go. More happy cities. I literally cannot get enough happy cities at the moment. I really need them because that's one of the ways that this city is going to stay loyal. It's giving me a mighty +3. Mighty. This should give me +6 faith now for every stupa in my land. 932 faith per turn. These are the stats we are excited to see. Second bomber, by the way. Yay for bombers. Let's hit this city hard and yay, random little Carthage city. It's mine, and that source of aluminium is also mine. That's the most important thing here. Yeah, India are definitely using their apostles to attack my Inquisitors at the moment, which I don't like it. I think I've given too much religious freedom in this area for too long. I've stood up, I've allowed rubbish to happen, and that's on me. We need to fight back now. I have a lot of apostles, and not apostles, I have a lot of Inquisitors running around my land, and they're a lot cheaper. But I might change government. I might have to change government just to Theocracy, just so that I can get some peace. It's not a very good reason, really, but it's kind of what I'm resorting to at the moment. Ooh, a flood. Where's that flood? Oh, it's in Greece. It's fine. Nobody minds. Hello, Sparta. Goodbye, walls, Sparta. Bam. That was efficient. Rome. Rome. The promised Rome. Oh, we can pick up a sanctuary now. Oh, that would make these tiles really good, but I will hold off for now. We have one more district that I can put down, and I'm going to just make use of this random lake tile. I could build Huey, just because I could. Oh, it's almost tempting, isn't it? Oh, you know what? Fine, I'll do it. But I'm so bad for being distracted. No, Ryan. Come on, stop it. Do proper things. Like, I'm going to actually build it in there to stop me from doing it. I know I'm boring. but I need the amenities in Rome. I can kill this apostle, which will... There we go. Spread my religion. That helps. Oh, yep, that does help the loyalty a bit. But we still need to do a lot. How on earth will we keep that city? I don't know. It's gonna be just a continual car crash whilst I claim all the aluminium from it. But you know what? I can put up with that. That's fine. All right, here we go. One little kill, and we're starting to spread my religion back to my own lands a little bit. Oh, that apostle's terrifying. That's a strong one. It's because it's got world religion on it. Oh yes, now I forget. That's when my master plan from earlier begins to unravel slightly. Still, my master plan got us 900 faith per turn, so really, I can't complain. Bomber number 3 as well. 3 bombers in the sky. Goodness me, we have an air force now. An actual air force. Luckily, Ethiopia and India are actually fighting each other in my land. That could not be much better for me, and because of the way that I put my baths down, my holy sites are all by my cities, which makes a real big difference. So when I do get attacked religiously, I can often hide my units back in my city centres and they will heal from there, which is really handy. Now, Sparta is about to get captured by Beowulf. Beowulf has just stood outside. He's ready to go. No Carthage. No peace for you. No peace for you. I know the Punic Wars were full of pieces and war and peace and war and peace and war, but this is a constant war. Huzzah! I have a Corsair, and we'll pillage this quickly, and then I'll get my boaty boat in to go attack, and then we'll go like this, and then attack. Yes, perfect, an aluminium second source in. Now we can get 6 planes into the sky. That's awesome. Sparta should be able to get destroyed now, and the Apadana. Oh, that's a nice steal. Lovely. Well, now, while we get that repairing, I'm hoping the loyalty in this area... Look at that, that's a lot better now. Perfect. Frigate attack. We can go for the caravel attack. That city of Miletus is taken also. Brilliant. And I think because this is just a lovely 2-pop city, we're going to go and get the settler and dunk it immediately on the aluminium island and pick that up for source 7, 8, and 9. Another apostle dead. Yay, we are fighting. We're doing this. We're getting all of these enemy religions out of our land, and it's brilliant to see. Uh-oh. Oh, I need to remember not to leave my inquisitors out because these Indian apostles, they munch food. But there's only 2 turns worth of this threat left, and then we can hide away and then come back out and kill them much more effectively. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Salty Tech, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Doughboy91, Sean Cretes, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Devil X, Skeptical Bear, Kroger Brand Trail Mix, Alex Noob, Cinnamon Beard, Portland, Petra Ryan, Matthew Hatch, Emir EC, Henry, Rom88, Radiatore, and Private Selection Genoa Salami for all of your support, as well as everybody that leaves comments and interacts with the channel generally. Thank you so much. See you all next time.